So, another Seiko. Here we are again with the brand that I love to hate, or I hate to love, or whatever you want to call it. This is I'm gonna unbox the Seiko 5 Sports GMT Field Watch today, the new deploy watch. Beautiful, beautiful watch, and I'm going to show it to you guys. This was sent to me from my friend Anders from Stjärnurmakarna Kalmar, and he actually lets me keep this watch. So it's a sponsored video. I just want to get that out of the way, and I have a discount code for you that I will tell you about in the end of the video, that gives you a nice little discount on Seikos if you want to buy them from Anders. So that's a nice little thing. We're gonna unbox the watch today, so let's just head over to the table, unbox the watch, see what we think about it, and come to some kind of conclusion. Let's go, my friends. So here we are, ready to unbox the Seiko Deploy. But before we do that, I know what you want and I know what you need. You need a wristwatch check.
He's absolutely right.
I'm wearing the Seiko 5 Sports GMT Yuto Horigome limited edition today. A beautiful watch that changes color in that bezel when you expose it to the light. Look at that blue and purple, sickening, beautiful madness. And then look at that almost black color, almost like a burgundy red, and then back again. Beautiful watch, and I thought it would be fitting to wear this today because it's a Seiko GMT and another Seiko GMT. And let's pop this baby open. Standard Seiko paper box and standard Seiko box within a box. Let's put that right there. At the bottom here we have the instructions manual for the movement. 4R34 is powering this baby, but we'll talk about the specifications later. And then the warranty card and some further instructions right there. Let's put that to the side. Seiko 5 cardboard box with the silver colored camouflage thingy. Open that up, and then we have a foam thingy there protecting the watch, and then we have it right there, the Seiko 5 Sports Field GMT Deploy. Cool nickname, resting on a black pillow. Let's put that to the side as well. And here we have it in all its beauty. Look at that stunning watch. And this is not the first time I'm seeing this watch. I actually showed you this watch when I did my Sjö Sandström unboxing. When I went to Helsingborg to pick up the Sjö Sandström watch, I had the opportunity to try out this watch in the store there, and it is a beautiful watch. It has that Rolex Explorer vibe going on, so I'm drawn to it immediately because I love the look of the Rolex Explorer. Let's just take that minute hand out of the way there so we can enjoy the dial in its full glory. And you might have noticed it's not a screw down crown. You can actually spin up the movement right away and give it some juice. First position gives you the control of the date and the GMT hand. Second position gives you control of the hour hand and minute hand, like that. So second position is the GMT hand. If you pull it to the left, it gives you control of the date, and if you circle it to the right, it makes that GMT hand move. Now we have everything out of the way. Let's zoom in on that beautiful black dial. Look at that black dial. It has a lot of things going on here. We have the hour markers on the outer rim of that dial, 12, 1, 2, and then the 3 o'clock is the date. And then we have a inner track with 24, 13, 14. So maybe it's to distinguish between AM and PM. I really don't know why you have that, because you also have the GMT function on the bezel insert there. It's not a bezel insert, it's a stainless steel bezel. but you have the same thing up there. So yeah, I really don't know why that is. Yeah, but I don't know about you guys. I don't use my GMT watches for a lot of GMTing. I use them to show me the time and the date if they have a date. I usually don't use them for the GMT function, so I really don't know the function here. But yeah, I guess you could Google that. Anyway, pitch black dial. It almost has a kind of a grain on it. Yeah, it is a little grainy. Beautiful. And then we have that red GMT hand matching the red GMT lettering just beneath the automatic there, and matching the little red second hand ticking away. It's almost orange, and in some lights I might think that it might be orange, or is it red? This is really hard to discern. I'm trying to view it and not in the camera, and in some lights it actually looks like it's orange. I always thought that it would be red, but when you give it a little shade it looks red, and then when you give it a little light it looks almost orange. Yeah, the jury is out on that one. I think I'm going to do a proper review of this watch and everything, so we're going to talk about that later. These are just the first detailed impressions of the watch. Really like the date window at the 3 o'clock, and I really appreciate that it doesn't have a Cyclops, because I think with this small of a dial, with this cluttered of a dial, it would have been even more cluttered with a Cyclops there. The Seiko logo below the 12 o'clock is actually applied, and then the 5 logo there beneath the Seiko is actually just drawn on the dial. So a beautiful mixture of applied logo and drawn logo gives a little dimension on the dial. It looks, this watch is just beautiful. It is such a stunning little watch. Yeah, let's take a look at the side. We have a lot of brushing on this watch. It is a field watch. It is a utility to use, so we have a lot of brushed surfaces on this one. Hardly any polishing at all. It's all brushed. Even the chamfers are brushed on those lugs. Nothing polished what I can see. We have easy access to remove the bracelet. Drilled lugs. Nice touch. And talking about the bracelet, it's right here. Also entirely brushed. I appreciate that. It is a field watch. It is a watch that is meant to be used outside. It's meant to be beaten around, so it's all brushed, no polished details at all. And we have the dreaded, I think this is the dreaded push pins. Horrible, but it is what it is. Seiko clasp, nothing special. It is what it always has been. It says Seiko horizontally there on that lock. You have 2 pushers to open it up. Pressed clasp. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the review, but it is what it is, I guess. Pressed clasp, fold. Yeah, okay. We have the little tag here. Reference number SSK023K1, caliber 4R34, and then we have the case back. It is an open case back. It actually has a little sticker here telling you the price in Sweden, or at least the price from where I got it. 5,998 crowns. Open case back. Let's see if we can get a nice little picture on that one. You can see the movement beating in there. Seiko 5 on that rotor. And we have some markings on the track there. Seiko, water resistant stainless steel. Yeah, it's okay. It looks fine. I don't know why we need to have a open case back on a basic movement like this, but it is what it is, I guess. I really like the look of this watch, and as I said, it is thanks to the Rolex Explorer, because it is reminiscent of that watch. I really appreciate that it's almost entirely brushed. Now I saw it. We have one polished detail on the watch, and it is right there on the edge of that bezel. You see it? Right there on the edge. Circles around. beautiful little detail. Didn't see it before. It caught my eye now, and I really appreciate it. No stamp on that crown, but the crown is quite substantial even for my fat fingers, and I really appreciate that. Appreciate the red details. Let's put it on the wrist, see what it looks like on my 20 centimeter wrist. By the way, this is another GMT from Seiko, and this is a larger beast. This is 42 millimeters, and you can tell, even though it's black, it is a far bigger piece than the Deploy. But they're still both GMTs, both have dates, both use black and red details, even though it might be orange. Beautiful watches, both of them. We're here for the Deploy today. Let's put it on the wrist. I have not removed any links from this one, so I'm gonna tell you, 20 centimeter wrist looks like that. I think it looks great. I would have no problem wearing this watch. As I might have told you before, I liked larger watches before. I couldn't wear small watches, and this is a small watch. I'll talk about that in the specs, but it's still, I mean, I think I can pull it off. Let's just take up the jacket so you can see all the tattoos. Everyone that loves my tattooed arm, oh, breaks the look of the watch. This is what it looks like. Beautiful, stunning watch. Yeah, it feels great on the wrist. It might be a little thick, on the thick side for the size of it. I think the lug to lug is only 47 millimeters, but I think the thickness is about 13 or something, and but it doesn't feel it. It feels comfortable. It feels like you're wearing nothing at all. But I have a 20 centimeter wrist, and as you can see here, we don't have a lot of room to play with. Yeah, I guess we have. I could easily remove one of those links. Since I have it on the setting that is farthest in, I could actually remove maybe 2 links from this watch and still be comfortable with it. Maybe 3. So that's the unboxing. Let's head over to the specs and then end the video. Let's go. Okay guys, before we talk about the specifications, I need to clear things up about the GMT hand. It is actually orange. I double checked it on Seiko's website. It states that it's orange, and it is orange, but I'm pretty confident that in certain lights you can still pass it up as red. It looks red sometimes, but it's mostly orange. So the GMT hand is orange. And now to the technical specifications. And I find it funny that it's always the case that you cannot find the full specifications on the manufacturer's website, and that's a failure in my opinion, because as collectors, why not state every fact about the watch that you have on your own website? Why do we have to look at other websites to get the rundown, the full rundown of a watch? It should be on the manufacturer's website. So the full facts of this watch I actually gathered from Monochrome Watches, so a big thank you to them. And the technical specifications for the Seiko Deploy is, we have a case diameter of 39.4 millimeters, a thickness of 13.6 millimeters, a lug to lug of 47.9 millimeters, and a lug width of 20 millimeters. And that's what I talked about. We have quite a short lug to lug, almost 48 millimeters, and we have quite a small diameter on the watch, barely just under 40 millimeters, and then we have that 13.6 millimeters of thickness. It's not too thick. The watch feels perfectly fine on the wrist, and it wears perfectly fine, but yeah, would have been nicer to have it closer to 12 millimeters, in my honest opinion. We have a fixed radially brushed bezel with engraved black filled 24-hour scale. We have a curved hardlex crystal, so not sapphire on this watch. We have a see-through screwed case back, push-pull crown, and 100 meters of water resistance. Then when we're talking about the movement of this watch, it's the caliber 4R34. It's an in-house automatic movement, 24 jewels, 21,600 vibrations per hour, 41 hours of power reserve, central hour, minutes and seconds, date, and a GMT indication, also called an office GMT because it's not a true GMT, it's an office GMT. Yeah, so the movement, yeah, it's a great movement. Seiko released a couple of years back their new in-house GMT movement. Cheap, reliable, affordable, but it doesn't give you the best precision. I think it measures around plus 15 to minus 40 seconds a day, something like that. I'm gonna state it on the screen here, the exact measurement of the watch that Seiko gives it allowance to be within the parameter that it is within. Not the best precision, but you're not looking for the best accurate timekeeping on a Seiko below $500. It just is what it is. The loom, we're gonna talk about the loom in the loom section. So, the loom test. Here we go. Seiko deploy the loom on it. You see that? You can almost see the numerals there. And you can actually almost see the date as well. I mean, you can nag on Seiko for a lot of things. You can nag on them for not giving you a sapphire crystal. You can nag on them for not giving you a proper clasp on a $500 watch, or proper screws in the bracelets, or you can nag on their quality control issues with the misaligned bezels all over the place. But what you cannot nag on Seiko about is the loom. They are the leading brand, I mean one of the leading brands in the loom section, and the deploy here is no slouch in that department. There is one thing that I am quite disappointed on actually, because when I first saw the watch in the product shots, I thought that maybe those numerals would be loomed, but then when I tried it on the first time, I realized that that's not Lumibrite applied on those numerals. And yeah, I thought that maybe they would have actually done decent loom on the hour markers even though the numerals weren't loomed up. But yeah, you can see those small dots there where the hour markers are. They're quite small and quite disappointing, to be honest. But the hour hand, the second hand, the GMT hand, and the minute hand, I mean, those things, they shine bright, they shine all night long, and they are perfectly evenly applied. So yeah, you can't fault them for the loom on the hands, but you could have wished for more loom on the hour markers, really, to be honest. But where it is applied enough, it is really wonderful and lasts you all night. But yeah, the hour markers could have been better. That's the loom test. That's it, guys. That was the Seiko 5 Sports GMT deploy. Is it a perfect watch? No, it's not. Is it a great watch from a great brand with some wonderful heritage? Yeah, it is. Are Seiko still cheaping out on some essential parts like sapphire glass and a really proper looking clasp and screws on those links? Yeah, they are cheaping out, but it is what it is with Seiko. I have said it before and I'm gonna say it again, if you're looking for affordable bang for the buck, Seiko ain't it. But somehow through the years, even though I've been giving Seiko a hard time in many of my past videos, I've grown to love them. I really love the brand. I really love what they have achieved in the watch world, and I've really started to love the watches. I have 3 Seiko watches in my collection now, and I think that none of them are leaving. So that tells you, it shows you something. I mean, specs isn't everything, and Seiko might be the brand that proved that to me, that yeah, you can buy an overpriced watch from a brand that is a little overhyped and still love it, even though you can find better specs in cheaper watches. Well, that's the conclusion that I have with Seiko. I really love them now, and it is what it is. I will be doing several videos of this watch. I will be doing a proper review of this watch since it's my own, and I will be doing a comparison video with this watch with the Yuto Horigome GMT limited edition, because that's the more sporty diver, that's his field watch, and with I guess my Rolex will be in that video as well. Why not just put in all the GMTs? And I will feature the Nezumi Aviera in that video as well, to show you what a micro brand can offer you with the same movement. What you get for the money there compared to what you get from Seiko. That'll be a fun video, I think. Do not forget that if you want to buy this watch or other Seiko watches, give my friend Anders from Stjärnurmakarna Kalmar a call. They don't have a proper website, so here is his phone number. If you call him and if you tell him that you saw this video, he will give you a 15% discount on his Seiko watches, and they are a Seiko premium reseller, so they have a lot of nice pieces from Seiko right there. Anders from Stjärnurmakarna Kalmar, his contact information is right there. Give him a call if you want to buy something Seiko, and maybe he has something else in his store as well. Anyway, if you liked the video, please do what you used to do. Please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Tell me what you didn't like, and I'll try to do better to the next one. And if you loved it, please consider subscribing. Weather is better for every day. I think that maybe spring is here, so we will be pumping out those videos more often now. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to see you again, my friend, and I hope that I do. Have a really nice afternoon and a nice weekend. Bye bye.